Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. And note that this meeting is being recorded by DCTV, so we're all live. I want to welcome my colleague Bev Sylvia back after some surgery, so it's great to have you back, Bev. If you all had a chance to take a look at the meeting minutes for September 8th. Is that the last one we have, Michelle? Is it did we did everything else since then? I believe so. Okay, great. The minutes from last September. It seems like a long time ago, but.
And then, do you have October's?
I think we already approved October's and November's at prior meeting, so that's been done already. I think we're just looking at, yeah, so September's was just kind of an oversight. Didn't work out, but if you had a chance to review those.
I wasn't here, so I'm going to abstain.
Right, yeah.
Okay. I want to go ahead and make a motion that we approve the minutes as they are.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, let's go ahead and approve those minutes.
Abstain because I wasn't there.
Okay.
And it's on there that you were absent,
Right.
yeah.
I didn't read them.
Okay. Okay. Let's start with, if we could, with the demo application, HDPR 25-38, 49 Rock of Dundee Road. Is that your folks? Yes. I tell you what you should do then. Come up here and go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us, who you are and what you do, and how you're related to this project, and talk us through it.
Okay, my name is Joseph Mello. I'm here with my wife, Sophie. We purchased a home in 49 Rock of Dundee Road. The house was small, very small, but we had an intent in bumping out for a bedroom about 10, 12 feet, and the bathroom being 6 feet, also bumping out, I believe, to the east of the property.
Okay.
The reason for that is the bedroom is so small right now, I can't even put a single bed in it. So we're just gonna bump out to 12 feet, make the room a little larger. And actually, the bathroom is gonna be a little larger so I can put the laundry facilities in there.
Okay.
As we're getting, up in age, it's gonna be hard to go climb stairs up and down.
Of course.
But that was the thought process. In the meantime, when we purchased the home, it looked great. When we took one small wall inside to make some improvements to it, we found out the structure of the building was in really bad shape. I hired an engineer to come and check it out, and he says the building's condemned.
Okay.
So the part of the house where the bathroom is, that's the only part that was, I believe, was done in 1993. That's the only part that's newer, but the rest of it is condemned due to termites, and the way the studs were on in there, they were like half studs and 48 inches on center. The walls were bowing out on the west side of the house. The guy condemned, he says, not livable.
Okay.
So in the meantime, we've just been waiting for, the process, the due process to take. And I'm here tonight to, try to explain what, with the addition, because electronically I had a little difficulty. And going into the electronically, I tried that. And I've also in paper form, if you folks like to see it, what I intend to do.
So this is a demolition and then a rebuild, is that?
Yes, correct.
Okay, all right.
Other than,
So the foundation is not being moved.
Okay.
We're gonna maintain the same foundation. I spoke with the general contractor. What he told me is, because the foundation is not leveled, we're gonna do an inside foundation with concrete and maintaining the rock foundation that we have in there. And and the looks will be natural looks like we have now.
Okay. Okay, so the intention is to reuse the existing stone foundation as
Correct.
much as you can.
Correct.
It doesn't have to move at all.
No.
And it's got integrity as it is.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions from the group?
That was going to be my question.
Okay, yeah, okay.
We don't really have any, we see the floor plan, but this doesn't explain to us what it's gonna look like from the outside. Is it gonna look exactly the same as what we see right now?
It's gonna be about the same. The only thing you're gonna do is the roof eventually gonna be replaced. Right now, the roof has two different heights, and we're gonna make it all on one height. And the bump out to the east side of the house will be the 12 feet for the bedroom, and the 6 feet for the bathroom. And also on the prints, if we could, if you don't mind if I.
Sure, yeah, please.
Okay, on this side here. Okay, the red line is the existing building. Okay, the green line here to the top, that's where the bedroom is. This is what bathroom is gonna look like. And we said if we can do another extra 2 feet, so to give me a lot of room for the stairs.
Okay,
Okay, and on the front, so the front door is right here, so if you move the door to the front, you said if you could get 4 feet this way, plus a 5-foot porch, if we could do that.
sure.
That's the only structure we're gonna, this remains the same, the foundation will not be, it's not gonna be, what do you call that? We're not gonna touch the foundation at all.
Right, okay. So I don't, the pictures don't
think
really show, what is the exterior like now? I don't really have a picture of the,
I thought I
It's
did
in the
pictures of-
engineer's report.
oh, okay,
You
okay,
can get
I'm
it,
sorry.
right?
I'm just looking at the screenshot I have doesn't show that, but okay. It's in the engineer's report.
Or in one of the attachments?
Yeah, I'm looking on the
Yeah, we-
attachments.
The first one, it's,
I've looked at all the attachments, I don't see it, but, okay. Well, I don't want to hold
Let me
anybody
see
up.
if I can get some folder. Oh, this is the outside, I want the
Yeah, it's
inside.
under
folder.
No, the outside is what we want to see. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
25.
So, okay, so it's a cedar shake,
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's the deck,
okay,
That's in the back deck.
okay.
yeah.
Okay, if you go to move it to
And that's
front.
gonna stay the
I
same.
guess what I'm asking is, I guess what I was trying to get to is, do you intend to use the same siding and windows?
Correct.
Right,
Yes, yes.
well, everything's gonna be replaced, but it's gonna
Right,
be
same.
about
Yeah,
the same.
the
Okay.
same, yeah,
Okay?
Okay, all right, I appreciate that,
yeah.
thank you.
And then, did you see the side? This is this side here,
We
Okay.
want the front.
and, hold on,
See,
that's the front.
This is the front.
That's the front. Oh,
So
I
if
see.
you can, you see that little shack there?
yeah.
If you can bump up that, right?
Yeah.
And make that as a porch with the front door, and give us
Yeah.
another 4 feet for a room if you wanna look at
are we
it.
talking about this picture?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
so this is where the front door is now?
Yep.
Okay, so if you go to the next one. Okay, no, you didn't
Maybe
put.
it was before.
I was a hard time because of the camera that I had. Oh, this is
There
the
we
front
go.
right here.
Okay.
So if we could come up 4 feet this way, right?
Uh-huh.
Put a small porch here and give me a little room inside that room. This door will be on the side. This is to the basement.
Oh, I see, okay.
That's the only thing that's gonna change out of the house. But we're gonna try to maintain the exact look that we have.
Okay,
Because we don't wanna touch the foundation. I mean, due to the location that we have, and it looks more like a historical building,
yeah,
which I don't know if it's a historical building, but, you know what I mean? But we kind of, what I'm trying to say, we wanna try to keep as the original look that is right now.
that's great, yeah.
You know, except, and if you can get that addition to bump outs that we want to do, make a room a little bit larger for us to live in. That's all we're asking for.
Sure. Any other questions? Our purview is mostly that if you're going to apply for a permit to demolish a building, that we have plans are on file and approved by the building inspector for something to replace it. And one of our jobs is to attempt to ascertain, are you going to keep the same look, the same exterior look. Inside is not really our purview so much, but the outside
Yeah.
very much is. It sounds like you are, so it sounds great. So,
Right.
so that's all that I would need to
Okay.
say okay on that, but I want to talk to the group and see if there are any other questions about this. No, okay. Can we get a motion on HGPR 25-3849 Rockadundy Road for the demolish and the rebuild of this structure?
I make a motion that we approve the plans to demolish and rebuild according to what was just described here tonight, using the same, not changing the foundation, and maintaining the same look of the home with a few bump outs.
Okay, great. Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Joe, thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much for
Good to
your
go.
time, and thank you for listening.
Thank you both. Yeah, good luck with the project.
Thank you.
I think one of those was, oh, did you bring that in, or did you?
You can keep that.
No, if you brought it in, please go ahead and take it, that's good, we're
Okay.
good, we're good to go.
All right,
Thanks very
thank
much. Okay, HGPR 25-35, 392 Slades Corner Road.
Robert, I got an email from Mr. Lenhart, he won't be able to make it tonight. I believe he lives in Nantucket.
Okay,
Yeah, it said that on his application.
right, okay, yep. Okay, good, have you all taken a look at the application? Have a good night, thanks. It's mostly changing to window trims and to windows.
The only thing that I didn't see in there was what the windows were going to look like if they were exact.
Was the east side the 404?
I thought they were, I can look, I'm not sure.
I'm trying to pull up pictures of this to see if I can, there's no pictures of of the window types being put on.
No.
No.
There's the 4/4 on that side, but we don't know if it's the east side or not, do we?
I don't know if he
Oh,
labeled it.
yep, existing east.
Okay,
So that was my only question, are they gonna be, is he gonna
Right.
stick with the 4/4?
Yeah, because on the other side, they're 1/1, and then a couple other variations
okay,
there, but it was only the east side that he's doing, right? On the north, it replaced one gable window. So that's that top one there.
okay. Well, and I can send a note to this gentleman and asking that question, and we can provisionally approve or not, based on the information that we have, if you want to. We've done that before. Yeah, looks pretty straightforward. Any questions about HGPR 25-35?
That's the only question.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make a motion that we approve this provisionally, and I'll have a conversation with the homeowner at 392 Slades Corner Road. So I'm going to go ahead and make it a motion that we provisionally approve. I get a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great. Okay. Okay, HGPTR 25-37, 125 North, Adams Street. Jeff, welcome. I'm gonna, thanks for coming, I appreciate it. I'm gonna participate in the conversation, but I'm gonna recuse myself from the voting, as I have a business relationship with Jeff. But, please, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Good evening, Commission. My name is Jeff Hathaway. On behalf of the applicant, Ms. Pryor, we're requesting to change from wood siding to a cedar impression vinyl siding. One of the main reasons we're requesting is she has a lot of trees around the home, so it does not allow the home a lot of sunlight, does not allow the home to dry out. So she ends up with this heavy green moss. It's literally eating the shingles away. in addition to a large amount of woodpeckers who have done a lot of damage to the home. We are requesting to just put the cedar impressions on simply the front of the home, and then the side of the home will have the regular clapboard appearance of vinyl as well. But we would like to keep the appearance as it looks now with the cedar impressions. Okay, so nobody will know it's not wood siding, simply will look the same, but it will be vinyl. That's what we're requesting.
I think the woodpeckers will know.
Yeah.
Actually, the woodpeckers are after insects, not wood.
Yeah, no, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
But they'll still know.
They're not
But you're right.
Yeah.
And how are the insects getting in there?
Yeah.
Because there's no insulation, there's no Tyvek, there's
Yeah.
no, so they're getting right in
Yeah.
there. And also the shingles are falling off. And they're so curled and so brittle.
Right. You've seen a lot of those shingles like that, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
see, it happens often.
I have only a narrow alleyway between a whole bunch of trees, and he has a picture of that in the house. So there's no sunlight that gets in there, so all the wet from the trees just goes right onto.
Sure.
Yeah, Ms. Pryor would like to keep the trees, so it makes sense to go to the vinyl and try to preserve the house a whole lot more than it's allowed to now.
It sounds like a good idea. Any questions from the group on this request?
No.
We have a high regard for impressions. It looks good, so. Okay, can somebody make a motion and second it?
I can make a motion. I make a motion that we approve HDPR-25-37, 125 Adams Street as proposed in the demolition application.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, looks like the ayes have it. Good luck on your project. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you. We will, I'll see you over there, not tomorrow, Wednesday.
Good, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sure, no problem. Have a good night. Okay. Well, it looks like we are missing a member tonight, but that's not the end of the world. But let's go ahead and
Oh,
move on.
Phil's just walking in now.
Oh, hey. Am I late? 5:30. Yeah. Well, come on in. No, 5:30 is, we're hoping to change to 6 o'clock hereafter to support some new members, but 5:30 is the start time. So we just finished up with our demo applications, and Michelle's been kind enough to print out copies of these. If you don't have one,
Thank you.
sir? So we've talked about this a little bit over the last several months. Just kind of, it was important for me as a new board member, just to understand and solidify the scope of the responsibilities that we as DCH members have. And so, one day I started to write down some of the things that I thought were important to membership, and I'm sure I haven't got them all, but I wanted to at least put them down in writing, and I thought it was important to have all this sign and acknowledgement of sorts to say that, hey, we're serious about this. This is worth our time, and we aim to measure up to these standards. I circulated it several months ago, and it kind of dropped off my radar screen, but I brought it back up recently, and I know I had a little bit of feedback from Sue, which I added. I'm not sure if I had any other feedback, but
Sent something back.
did you? Did I miss putting something in here? Well,
I don't know.
it's a living, kind of a living
That's right.
document,
No,
so.
no.
My hope is that we all can take a look at this and talk through, understand what it means to us as members, and then, go ahead and commit to these responsibilities as part of our role as a member of the board. Is there anything that is unclear, the way I've worded it here, that is either insufficient or just confusing? Fab, looks pretty straightforward.
We did do something like this, I think, at some point when not a signed copy, but a list, we circulated some, we had a discussion.
You know, I think my
With some of
genesis
these
started when I think I
things.
saw something among the paperwork you gave me. So I think I
It
just
wasn't
pulled
as
some over.
formal as this, but this
No.
is not new entirely, so it should be, but it's nicely formalized and clear. That's
Bill, does this look good and familiar to you?
It's good. Yep.
Okay. Really, some of the important things that it seems to me is, some of it is just being familiar with the electronic systems that we have and, you know, be willing to get online and to take a look at MACRIS and demolition requests and, you know, related materials, being prepared for the meetings, reviewing the meetings, the minutes from prior meetings to see if there are any things that we missed or something that was said that was not said. Be prepared and fully conversant in the demolition permits coming in front of us so that we can ask questions. I think it's, I don't want to feel like we're just rubber stamping everything. I want to feel like there are a set of questions that we have that we bring to the table. And I know some members of the board are really good about that and digging into the questions. I think along those lines, being familiar with the materials we already have in the historic office, I am not so familiar with those materials, and I need to do a better job of familiarizing myself with those materials. So I will take that upon myself to better understand what's already in there so that, you know, I'm not asking questions that have already been answered, and I've got more background on the houses that are there. And then I think that the last three are essentially sort of above and beyond the meeting duties, and they are doing additional research for plaque requests or anything else that arises, you know, going to the Bristol County Registry of Deeds, and then potentially doing some site visits, as I know that I've done 3 or 4 of those in the last year, so not so many. I think Sue's done a bunch, and Chris, I think we all have done a bunch of these things. I know I went to a couple sites with you, Phil, during the past year. And I think it's another important aspect. There are some things that I would like to have us do in the next year or so. I'd like to talk about, not tonight, but would like to have a planning meeting where we sort of talk about the next 24 months, what some of our goals and aims are, and make some suggestions to some things that we could do or that were not currently part of the HDPR and building inventory package that we could talk about later on that kind of fall into these 8 items. So it may require some more research, maybe some more above and beyond, not simply part of the meeting on Monday nights that we come to. So that's not so important right now. But anyway, if we can go ahead and take a look at this, be sure we're okay with it, and go ahead and sign it and date it, I'd be grateful.
I have one quick question. I don't believe there's a county assessor's office. We just have a town, there's the town assessor. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
okay.
I don't know where.
Where is that?
Number 6, sorry.
Oh, you're exactly right. There isn't a county assessor's office. Well,
There's Taunton.
But they're not an assessor. They're a registry of deeds for the other section, northern section of Bristol County, whereas New Bedford is southern.
I think that's correct.
But I suggested to New Bedford to have a representative from the Registry of Deeds in New Bedford to have an office here in the Dartmouth town, period. And
Okay.
because then a representative could be here if there was any questions asked for work done. But I did a lot in this town, in the registry here, for something that you wanted me to do for you, and I did.
Right.
Or,
Well, I think it is, anyway, I think electronically they can communicate, so I think that's probably sufficient. But anyway, for the purposes of our duties here, I don't think anything at a county level, other than the Registry of Deeds, has a lot of impact, unless I'm missing something. No, okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cross that off, and you can initial that if you want to. But it's a good point. Anything else that is kind of overreach or underreach that's not covered here in the document, you think? We don't have to dwell too long on this, but I just wanted to do that. Today is the 3rd? Okay. And thank you for being here tonight, Michelle, I meant to say. Okay, and I'll collect those as we're done tonight. Thank you very much. I'll pass it down. I've been talking with Sue and Phil a little bit about the Plummer plaque progress, and this has been something that this board has been talking about and investigating and researching for a long, long time, and Sue's got some really good ideas about a way to move forward with this, and so I'm going to turn the floor over to Sue, if you could bring us up to date.
Sure. Let's see if I can write and talk at the same time. I went and took a look at the bridge because I thought I remembered where the plaque was fixed on the abutment of the bridge. And since then, they have changed the guardrail. So the guardrail attaches now to the cement, and it pretty much covers it. It bends right around to the very end, because looks like there have been a number of times when people have hit the guardrail. So that being said, the plaque there's no room for it to go back where it was. The ends of the bridge, there are 2 locations that are better than others because it looks like people that take the curve too fast, that's the area where they would most likely hit any kind of a structure that could be placed there with a reference to the Plummer, Thomas and Charles. So I don't know if everybody's familiar with National Park Service. They use these display boards, which are, they're set on a pedestal on an angle, and you can use it in any way you want. So in other words, we now have these photographs of Thomas and Charles. In addition, we have a letter that was written by a service member who served with Charles in France, and we have some type of also documentation on Thomas Plummer.
Just hang on until we're done here.
And he belonged to the Red Cross during World War I. That being said, I thought that instead of using the original plaque or having a new one made, we could take a photograph of the original plaque and photographs of those photos of Thomas and Charles and create something on this display board, and then it would sit on a pedestal at whichever location DPW deems, most advantageous. The DNRT uses a similar setup, and the last time they ordered one, it came out, it was 2021, and it came out to be $1,200, which is far less than what the cost of having a new one cast is. So,
And I think from what I think the intent is to tell a bit of a story as opposed to just having a plaque, but essentially a story of service of these 2 brothers, and with
they're
pictures.
actually not brothers.
They're not brothers, they're cousins?
No.
No?
Thomas is an uncle. He is Henry Plummer's brother.
Okay.
And Charles is a nephew.
Okay, yes.
You're taking part of the research that I did for the American Legion and you're shifting it to the Historic Commission. I worked on that book there, and I copied the original and put it in that book as a backup to the American Legion. And now you're pulling pictures out of my backup book from the
Oh,
American Legion?
no, I did-
I'm the historic person with the American Legion. That is my job. But you took parts of the book that
I'm not taking anything out of the book. I'm not taking anything out of the book at all. I brought it tonight to give it back to you.
No,
I haven't
but
taken
I mean,
anything from the
like,
book.
We have history in the American Legion,
Right.
right? And there was a lot of dead end pertaining to the plaque that was on the bridge. And I'm not a part of that. That was something else that happened a long time ago. But I've been working in the American Legion, trying to find some history, and I found it, put it in a book, and now, you know, you're gonna use part of that to make a something story on the bridge with my, whatever I put together from the American Legion. That's what I'm concerned.
You're concerned about that? What would you like to do, have done with the research that you've come up with?
It's for the American Legion office, sir,
Okay.
okay? And the person who is in charge of it asked me to become the historian there, nothing to do with my affiliation with the, what I'm doing here.
Okay. Well, I think that, so I appreciate that. And nobody's trying to take anything away from the work that you've done. This is a nice
No,
piece
no.
of scholarship you put
It was-
together. I
it was-
appreciate that. But this is a different thing. We're trying to replace a plaque that is no longer really replaceable. And in doing so, we wanted, I think we as a group, this is our job, is to, we want to tell a better story that is more accessible to people who drive on the bridge and who are parts of the community, to say, here's a richer way to tell a story. And I think Sue has expressed a fear that I think is probably a good one, that the plaque is bronze and it might be stolen if it's not put onto the bridge the way it was before, and we really can't do it the way it was before, given the way it's been reworked. So I think it's an interesting idea to make a new sign. And I don't know that we're, history is history. You know, whether I don't know, you found some pictures, right?
Someone gave me the photographs of Thomas and Charles Plummer, and on the flip side of it was a two-sided frame. So there was glass on both sides, and one was a letter from a service person who served with Charles, and the other was some kind of a document from the Red Cross, and the fact that Thomas Plummer received the French Cross.
Right, the Croix de Guerre. Well,
Yep.
what is your thought about the best way to proceed, to get?
We were never brought, this was done prior to you, me, and everybody that's in the room except for Chris, that I can't mention his name because I'm afraid that he would turn around and sue me, but I wasn't included in any of that bridge and the plaque program when I was on the Historic Commission. He used.
Well, what is the point of your objection right now? What are you trying to, what would you like to do?
But nothing was brought before the American Legion as to asking us to look for some history, which is in a file cabinet in the American Legion office.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying, I think. I think it would be appropriate to seek the American Legion's input and advice on whatever it is we finally put together on this plaque. Does that seem?
Yes, that is fair, but
Okay.
there is also the history that's down at Fort Rodman that is available, and.
Well, that's great. That's great. The more the better.
Has anybody gone there to research at the Fort Rodman facility to find out even more for all this?
I didn't know if there was anything specifically about the plumbers there. Is there? I don't know if there is or not. And it sounds like you're a great resource from the American Legion, things that I don't know. What I would like to do is I would like to get a sign that is useful and is rich and tells the story of the plumbers back on the bridge.
But that has nothing to do with me. That happened with someone else who was on the Historic Commission who was also on the Veterans Board, that he threw in my face, and I backed
It
off.
shouldn't be a personal thing at all. We're just trying to do this as a group, do a good thing.
Well, I was trying to do that, and it was,
I'm sorry about that, but what I'd like to say is, based on what you said, I think it'd be a good idea to lean on, your dual role in the American Legion and here, just to make sure that we've researched this fully, have any insights, and then I think there should be a composition, with its photos, letters, that kind of thing, whatever is allowable on this sign. I think it's a really good idea.
And just to reiterate your point, is that nobody nowadays knows that that was the Plummer Memorial Bridge. I mean, the populations have come through this town, and I don't know that anybody remembers that. Mr. and Mrs. Plummer lived right, you could throw a stone to their house from the bridge.
Yeah.
And that's not the case now.
Right.
So I think that now more than ever, we need something that will tell their story.
Is the town, or do we have any desire to suggest to the town or DPW that it be called the Plummer Memorial Bridge in signage? It's not really our job maybe, but certainly maybe in my
I think
role
it's
as.
more important that people know who Plummer is.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much that it's called the Plummer Memorial Bridge, but of course, that's what it's always been known as.
And it might be, again, if that sign is on it, it might be,
Yeah.
might be a good thing.
Yep.
Well, okay, so we don't have the money for this.
But I talked to Matt, that's what I'm gonna meet with Matt about on Wednesday.
Okay.
And when I threw out he said, well, how much do these signs cost? And I said, in 2021, they were $1,200. And he said, that's not an impossible figure.
Yeah.
So,
That's good. I mean, definitely, he's a very resourceful guy. And I know it on the Veterans Advisory Board, there's money in the budget. So something we can talk about at that meeting. But anyway, I think, so that's just an update. Maybe we can take it offline as to how to move forward, but I like that idea. I
think it's a
Any
great
other
idea.
ideas? Bev, do you have any, or do you?
Now,
do
what
you-
would the sign look, I'm just curious, like, what would it look like? Like tall, like?
it's, the ones down at the national park, they're probably, I don't know,
3 feet wide?
30 by, 36 by 30, maybe, so they can be as big, and then it's on an incline, so you're reading it like this, and it's a relatively thick board, but you can put anything on it, and like in New Bedford, there are old photos of what the street looked like in 1890, for example. So,
some things.
yeah, or any kind of text that you want. Yep.
DNRT uses a similar thing, I think.
Yeah, and that's who I got the
On
quote
the bridge
from.
or after the bridge, like?
It would have to be at the tail ends of the guardrail, so beyond, so that it protects it, like the
So
bridge,
no
it's,
foot traffic or people fishing?
well, I think they have to be able, they can scoot around it,
Yeah.
but,
But then they'd read it.
right.
Yeah.
Good point.
Well, I appreciate what everybody said. I think this has been a little bit of a hot potato for years, and I don't know exactly why, except for the fact that nobody's got any money. And I think the first avenue was to try to redo this sign, or to renovate the sign, but that's expensive. And I looked into it, and then we finally got a bunch of Coke and tried to clean it off, and it looks a lot better than it did, but it's still, I mean, I don't know what to do with the sign then. Does this, I don't know.
Oh, I think that was part of the conversation
Okay.
with Matt, because I asked him if it could be mounted somewhere at COA.
Oh, that's great. That's
So.
great. That's perfect. Well, good. So anyway, that's a good discussion. I appreciate it. Anything more to add there, Phil? I guess I would want to say, first of all, this was, thank you for loaning me this book. This is a book that Phil put together. This is, I think, maybe a copy of the book that has got a lot of the letters and photographs and documentation about the Plumbers. And I guess one thing I wish we would have, but I guess maybe we don't have it, any kind of an email address or phone number for this Evelyn Plummer Morrison.
that's all that was
Yeah,
in the
okay.
original book.
Maybe I'll just send her a postcard and, or send her a letter and say, hey, we're looking to do
I
this.
think she passed away, because I looked for her
Okay,
online.
okay.
But there is a woman, professor from Harvard, who has written a biography of Thomas Plummer.
Okay.
And she's,
Did you get a copy of it?
the book, it's in French. Do you read French?
No, it can get translated.
I know your post is called Weeks Plumber.
It is?
I'm assuming it's the same plumber that we're talking about
Yes,
here
it
tonight.
is.
Do you have any other form of contact to a living relative of the plumber?
There
Plummer
might be
boys?
something down at the New Bedford Veterans Museum.
Okay.
I have a meeting tomorrow, and there is a gentleman who is in charge of the museum, and I will bring, he knows about what I did, and I'll ask him if there's any way of me going down there on a Sunday with him and do a little researching there.
Okay, all right, good. Well, good, again, it's a nice piece of scholarship, and thank you for bringing that. Okay, update on new members. So we all know that we're talking about these couple folks here, Dan Cardoza and Jen Mercier, I think it's pronounced. Anyway, I met with these folks. I think both of you have met them, maybe no?
I met Dan.
You met Dan, okay. Anyway, I really had a great conversation with Jen. I mean, she's got a restoration business. She really seems to know what she's doing with art and architecture. Hello, how are you?
Planning board?
No, where's that?
The same room. Oh,
They're on Zoom. They're on Zoom, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So, what I'd like to do is they've went ahead and applied through the portal to be a member of this board. I would like to go ahead and take a vote on them. I've sent around at least all the relevant criteria that I had on them. If we take a vote on them, then what happens next is that Michelle tries to get us into a select board meeting and maybe get them to come. Ideally, it would happen before the next meeting in December. I'm not sure if it's possible, Michelle?
We're hoping to get them on for the 17th. They will need a letter of recommendation from the board
Okay,
prior to that.
okay. So, prior to that, okay, so,
On the agenda.
okay, so what I'll do is after we vote tonight, I'll send letters to the select board on both these things, both these people, either on one letter, on two letters, whatever you recommend, and can go to them, and then I'll do that right after the meeting tonight or tomorrow, and then hopefully we can get on the agenda for that meeting and go ahead and get it done, so that we can get them here on the December meeting, would be great. One of the things that they asked for is that they're both business owners, but particularly Dan has got a retail business, upholstery shop that he likes to keep open. And so he asked for a 6 o'clock meeting. And I think I've sent that note out to all of you about that. If it's not a hardship to you, if you'd be okay with that, I welcome some new folks to the board. And these are really energized, nice people, I think. Yeah,
But we're a commission, not a board, unless I've changed that.
you're right. Sometimes I say the wrong thing. I apologize. You're right, it's commission. Is that right? Yeah, commission. Any questions about Sue or Dan?
did they not want to attend a meeting?
I did not ask them to come tonight. And it was just in part because it's 5:30 meeting. If you
Oh,
want to,
right, I
we can put
forgot,
this
yep.
off and have them come to the next meeting and then hopefully get them on board in January if you'd like to. That's why I talked about maybe a coffee or something like that
Yep,
with
yep.
them. But if you'd like to do that, we can do that as well. I've described to them what a meeting is like, and I showed them minutes and that kind of thing, and
Watch it on video.
they can watch it on video. But if you think it's the best thing to do, we can just do that.
No, if they know that they can watch it on the website, that's fine.
Okay. You know what I'll do is I'll make that clear to them. I don't think I talk with them about that option when I talk to them about the letter that I will write on their behalf. Michelle?
Do you want the December meeting to begin at 6? Is that what you would do?
If we can agree on that tonight, if we're okay with that?
Yep,
Can I get a raise of hands?
yeah.
Okay, so the answer is yes, please.
And Jen is from Dartmouth?
Yes,
Oh,
they both
okay.
are in Dartmouth, yeah. They're both kind of over by
Eden Road?
Eden Road around there, yeah. And I know he's building a new house, but it's also in Dartmouth. So it's got a nice little shop. Boy, does fantastic work. Anyway, that's good. Yeah, unbelievable stuff. Great. So, and I would ask the members of the commission to just please keep your ears open for anybody else that you think might be interested and be a good fit for this commission. It'd be great. And hopefully we'll get these folks on board for our next meeting at 6 o'clock. Yeah, please.
Now that we're talking about the next meeting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on vacation.
Mhm.
I'm leaving on the 19th of November,
Mhm.
and I won't be back until December 1st.
Okay.
I was talking to Sue about what to do with the agenda. I can do a template of it in any cases that have come in,
Okay.
and then who wants to be responsible to update it.
Hmm.
And then I suggested sending it to Melanie in the select board's office, and she'll upload the agenda.
Okay, that sounds good. So you're gone until January?
No, November 19th through December 1st.
Okay. And our meeting is December
December 3rd.
3rd, okay. Okay, well, if you,
December 1st, actually.
okay. Bev, do you want to do that? If she sends the template for it, can you?
Yeah, so you're gonna send the template, and then I'll,
Whatever cases we've already received, I'll
Yeah.
start it. And then
Okay.
Just continue it.
okay,
And then you would ask Robert, I always ask Robert for,
I'll get together with you.
yeah.
And I turn around and ask the rest of the board, anything else? And, okay, good, that's great, I appreciate that. Jenny, many times, finally, the Akins House lease. Now, I think that we are supposed to have a vote on this, which is gonna be a yes. And then I've got to go down to Melanie's office and sign it, or somebody's office and sign it at some point, is the instruction I got. I think it's already a done deal.
It's
So,
a formality.
okay, yes,
When we renewed her lease, we all signed it in the Historic Commission office, and we put it in the file at the Historic Commission office. Is it gonna stay in the Historic Commission office, or is it gonna be is it gonna be online?
I think that there'll be, we can keep a copy there, Phil. I don't think that we're gonna have the sole copy by any means. It'll go someplace else, but we can certainly have a copy down there. I think we should. That's a good
Well, the
idea.
original is over at the Historic Commission office. It's got its own file for all her,
I'm talking about the original for this year's lease for the building. It's a year-to-year lease that the town negotiates with the Heritage, it's called the Heritage Trust?
Heritage Preservation
Reservation
Trust.
Trust. So it's a yearly lease, so it's a very, just a technicality kind of thing. And that's all hashed out, and it's all ready to go, and it just asks for one person to sign it, me, and I'll go ahead and sign it.
so we don't sign it.
But I do want to go ahead and vote on it. So can I get a vote on the DCH's approval of, or at least of our, adding our signature to the Akins House lease?
Yep, yep.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great. So that passed.
It's just one general, okay, right?
I
Do
think
we
it-
have a fir-
Oh, I don't know if we need to have a second. Do we need to have okay, could somebody make a motion? That's a good idea.
Okay, I make a motion that we approve the contract and you sign it and
Okay,
And I'll second.
for the.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay, great. Wonderful. Is there any other agenda item that we haven't talked about, or any other business that we should cover tonight?
Just Lynn has gotten back.
Oh,
to
yeah,
us
please
with
tell me about that. I meant
A
to-
little bit, a couple more.
Yeah.
And there's one little piece left over of a Baker
Big
Road
accent.
house that she wants to do something more with. She was waiting for.
This
some
is
more
about the
information.
inventory,
Form Bs,
Form Bs and Form A inventory.
right, in Form A. She did say there was something on that last batch of 4.
Well, she
said
was gonna,
waiting for some more information.
right, because she's gonna be speaking with John and Sally Bullard,
Okay,
and that's the last piece, I think, for 227 Bakerville.
great. And is
So she's given us drafts of all of those now.
Smith Mills Camp all done?
I don't remember, no. She said she had visited, I think she's still writing that one up.
Okay,
But all the Form Bs, we
okay,
have
yep, all right,
received drafts of those.
okay. Any update on,
And I suppose what we should do once we get Smith Mills
Okay.
is maybe have a meeting and look over them in person and discuss. You've done it before and I haven't, but I remember a big meeting that we had one time at the end of the last batch. You had them all laid out on the table and reading over them and double checking.
Oh, I wasn't there, I don't think I was there for that.
How is that possible?
Well-
No, I remember Judy and I believe Linda and
That-
Diane were
Yeah,
there.
that sounds right,
Okay.
yeah.
So I think that would be a good idea. I think it's good to do it in person and have eyes on paper and discuss together and say, okay, yep, that one's good, or if there's something more, we got a question there, underline it, and then go back and forth with her until we're satisfied.
Yep.
So, but this is not with Lynn present, is that right? Just, we sit down, we
Correct.
walk through all of them, okay.
Right.
Okay. That sounds fine,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, good.
And we
So,
don't all have to be there. It could just be me and Sue, or anybody, we're not shutting anybody out, but I think it's something that Sue's done a lot of.
Yeah.
And I said I would be the manager of it for the CPC, so
and maybe Linda would, who's done them as well, I assume, might
would be a
the
good
one to
pair of
help out.
eyes.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
certainly.
she sure would.
Something I'm not sure about, but if we have a meeting like that, say we convene a meeting of three of us in the office, does it have to constitute a meeting that's televised then?
No, it just has to be posted.
Posted, okay, got it. I guess the same question I have also about, I was thinking about having a planning meeting in January for the coming year. And does that just have to be posted, is that right? Okay, so we'll figure out how to handle that, because I think that's a good idea for us to do some planning, so. Okay, anything else at all?
Is that is this gonna be a committee?
I don't know if I don't know if I would call it that. I don't know if there's a subcommittee. I think we're just a couple of people as individuals, just to taking a look at the inventories as they come in, just to make sure that they're up to our standard and ready to go to Macris. Ready to, because what we're doing is we're acting in advisory capacity to the CPC. They're spending the money, and we want to make sure that the job has been done well for the money. So, so that's a
So
natural
it's
thing.
basically you three.
Well, no, anybody who wants to come. So if you want to, by all means, so,
Oh, I'm not qualified for that anymore. I'm
Well-
like out in left field, but I'm just saying,
I don't appreciate the sarcasm, but
No,
I will
no,
tell you that these two were appointed as the liaisons with Lynn, who is the
Right.
contractor doing this kind of work. And so, since the work is not yet done, it's not really appropriate to bring it to the whole group yet. They're just giving us an update. But when the work is done, hopefully in the next couple of months or so, then, yeah, absolutely, we as a group can convene, we'll post it, and we'll probably meet in the meeting room and just go through all of them, just to make sure that we already questions, it's thorough, all the things we need to know.
I got one more question.
Sure.
So we got the old Form Bs that are in the files now.
Right.
And the woman is gonna upgrade them.
No, she's doing net new buildings, so new ones that have not been done
Ones
yet.
that have been missed
Right.
and updated for the files.
Right, so nothing to do with the files. So what we're doing is we picked a new group of things, and you've been read on all this stuff. I sent it around. This is about 5-6 months ago or thereabouts, and we hired a contractor after taking a look. I looked at a lot of different contractors, looked at Powell's and a couple other individual contractors. Picked this woman. She's been doing it for a while, so it's very, very much open. Went in front of the CPC, asked for money, got the money, went ahead with the project, and we're moving forward with it. This is something we do every year. If it's at all possible, I'd like to do 2 batches in a year, but we could talk about that, and that could be complicated. But I think that one thing that I could do a better job on is understanding, taking a look at the entirety of the list of finished Form Bs that we have. And I don't know if there's a way to, it's not really digitized, so we can't post it online, but
It should be in the stuff that you have posted that we all have access to.
okay.
I think it's in there.
Is it like an Excel file?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure
I think you
I'm sure I
did, you
still
did.
have it.
It is for sure there, it's for sure there. And so we'll just add to this list there. I guess this kind of meets with another agenda item we can take for a planning meeting, which is, I would love to figure out, are there some things that we, as a group, should digitize and make more public ahead of the larger digitization effort that's happening in the town here. And I've got a couple ideas about that. And maybe we make it known to anybody who's interested, that we've done inventories on these things. They're all on Macris, I assume. They're all available there, so it's not like anything's being hidden, but,
And they're
Anyway.
linked to our webpage.
yeah, they're linked to our webpage. I just think our webpage has not been updated in a long time, and that's something
Yeah.
I'd like to, I asked the contractor who was working with the CPC, if she would, I sent her a note a couple weeks ago, if she would help us with this, and I haven't heard back, so.
She's doing a really nice
Oh, yeah,
job.
I would love to get some of that, so.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's a really great graphic way of looking at all the projects that the CPC has done. You click on them and a thing comes up and it shows what the project was, when it was started, completed, how much money, and what the purpose of it was, what it accomplished, and which one of the major goals that it applied to for the funding.
Which one of the three big pieces of the pie?
Yeah, so
It's just, it's a
showing
beautiful
the
work.
public where the money's going and what good it's doing.
It's accountability. So, okay, with that, are there any other questions or agenda items? No? Okay. I'd like to make a motion that we go ahead and adjourn for tonight.
Second?
All in favor? Aye, okay, great. Thank you all for coming tonight.